Aquatope on the White Sand has been an absolutely amazing series so far. When you talk about underappreciated shows, I think this one is a perfect example of that, as not a single soul is talking about this series despite the fact that it is so good. This past season was pretty dry on good anime. There was a few good shows, but for the most part there wasn't all that much, so it's kind of surprising to see a hidden gem come out of this season like that when there wasn't really much to talk about. Aquatope on the White Sand has been one of those series that handles its characters extremely well and knows exactly how to write a compelling and entertaining story strictly on the back of its characters, which is really cool. The fact that this series is a PA Works original should also have gotten more people talking about it, as sure, they aren't all perfect, but when they hit hard, and I feel like this show did that. Somehow, the series was able to cover one of my favorite themes to see in anime, and do it in a way that was very compelling and real. That theme is the theme of never giving up on one's dream. I know shonen series cover this theme a lot, but not in a realistic kind of way. This theme hits very close to home for me, as despite making little progress towards my dream in almost 10 years, I just can't stop making videos. It's my favorite thing to do in this world, and even if I never grow big, I will always make videos, as it is so fun. It can also be a very big struggle as well though, and I know full well the temptation of just wanting to give up. Hell, I've almost fallen down that trap a few times, but every time that happens, I always come back stronger and more motivated than ever. So this theme is very real for me, and is something that resonates with me on a very personal level, even if our dreams aren't exactly the same. The way this anime covers this theme, it really affected me a lot as the characters struggle. They have ups and downs when trying to achieve their dreams, and we get to see all of that, and it just makes the story that much better and more compelling. Aquatope on the White Sand is a very compelling and interesting series that has gone completely under the radar for a lot of people, which completely surprised me, as most people sit here saying that this season was dry, but we have this godly show just sitting here, a true hidden gem among hidden gems. The characters in this anime are on a whole other level of good. All of the characters feel like real people. They all have dreams and goals that they want to achieve. Learning about each of the characters and their past has really made this series for me. I love series that know how to write amazing and compelling characters, and this is definitely one of those series. I look at the characters and I don't see characters. I see real people living their lives just trying to achieve their dreams, which is amazing to me. The fact that this show is able to write such real and amazing characters makes the series feel even more of a hidden gem. Characters to me are the most important part to any story. You can have a compelling and interesting story, but if your characters are flat and boring, then I don't care. But if you have compelling characters that feel very genuine and feel like I could know them in real life, that grow and change throughout the story, then your story can have a few faults. That's only possible because characters carry a story, so if your characters are boring, then so is your story. Aquatope on the White Sand knows how to write and handle characters. They understand the importance of characters and understand that every character is their own person, so some may not play a big role in this story, but they do in another story. So even some of the more minor of characters are handled with a lot of love and care, which is absolutely amazing. When it comes to the world, there isn't really a whole lot to talk about, as it's just the real world, but there are a lot of things that happen in this tiny town in Okinawa that it would be hard not to talk about them. The main location of the story is in an aquarium that has been there for decades, and you can really feel the culture and how important this place is to the locals by seeing how the characters interact with the place. There's also this magical element to the aquarium that I don't really want to spoil for those of you who haven't been watching this series. They've really nailed the small town vibe in this series. Every character seems to know each other and they all go way back, which just makes the town feel a lot more lively and open. This series may take place in the real world, but they really nailed the aesthetic of their location, and they really knew how to make it work, and they did it extremely well. The art and animation in this series is on another level. It looks so damn good. PA Works know how to make an anime look amazing, and they definitely delivered on this one. There is so much about this show that looks good, from the water physics to the characters and their movement, to even the backgrounds. Everything about this series looks so damn good. Everything in this anime looks extremely realistic and awesome that it can be hard to believe that it is a drawn image and isn't a picture being used. This series should be checked out for its art and animation alone because it is truly amazing. The music in this series is on another level. I love the way they use music to set scenes up and to make scenes more emotional than they otherwise would be. Every piece of music in this anime is amazing. All the OSTs sounds amazing, and so do the OPs. There's just so much that works with this show, and the music is definitely one of those things. The music has this way of getting you to feel emotional even when the scene doesn't necessarily call for it. Even when you listen to the music without the show playing, it is still hyper emotional and amazing. Aquatope on the White Sand is a series that has seemingly gone under the radar for a lot of people, despite the series being so damn good. Last season was a season that a lot of people called bad, and then there were shows like this one in the background that no one was watching despite it being absolutely amazing and was one of the best shows from last season. I think everyone should check this show out if you haven't, because everything about this anime is amazing and works so well together. I'm excited to see how the series ends, as I want as many people to know about this show as possible.